The Darkest Part of the Alley by Brianna Godwin. Sometimes the human mind can sense when something isn't quite right about an area. Those "someone is watching me" or "I'm being followed" feelings creep down the spine like the first autumn leaves rolling onto the pavement in October. Our immediate source of comfort is to tell ourselves that we are wrong. But what if we aren't? Lucas Talbot was the under-the-radar type of teenager. For the most part, he stayed out of the way of his peers. He was a member of the photography club, but he also did track in the spring. Even being a record-time runner couldn't save him that night. That feeling that was mentioned? He got that feeling a little too late into the night. In fact, maybe if the hair on the back of his neck stood up, his palms got sweaty, or his heartbeat started racing the minute he left the school that night, he wouldn't have met the same grisly fate. Lucas had stayed late after school on October 23rd. He was looking at some photographs to submit for the yearbook when he noticed it for the first time. He felt sick. In the corner of one of the images, there was a face that would haunt him for the rest of the life he had left. The sickening grin carved onto the face of something dressed like a clown. The triangular lines that would usually be painted on a face were butchered under the red, almost glowing eyes, cheeks, and mouth of whatever that thing was. Lucas didn't point it out to his partner who was there with him. Instead, he tucked the photo away inside his pocket and announced that he was leaving. He said goodbye to his friend for the last time before putting his earbuds in and parting ways. He started on his way home and tried not to think about what he had seen. His house was about 10 minutes away from the school, and it was already dark outside when he left. The second that he turned the corner of one of the alleyways he walked in between to get home, he knew something was off. There were usually 5 lights emitting light onto the alley, but now there was only one, the furthest one away. The feeling sunk in. A humanoid silhouette inched its way under them, almost as if it were walking backwards. Lucas stood frozen. Suddenly, the figure turned towards him in a jerking manner. Its smile screamed at him almost as loud as its laugh. The light at the end flickered for a second until it went out. It was dark for only a second. The last second. The light closest to Lucas squealed a disgusting buzz right before it flashed on. The silhouette was there no longer when the glow of the light above him cascaded down. This time, the eyes weren't red like the picture. They were completely as black as night.